So finally, we got the gameplay for Assassin's Creed Mirage, something that we have all been waiting for a very, very long time now. And even though a lot of people were actually satisfied on how good the parkour system was in this game, there still seems to be a huge bunch of people who actually think that the parkour system in Assassin's Creed Mirage is the exact same as Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and that Ubisoft has probably done some kind of a gimmick in order to just fool us around and make us think that the parkour system in Assassin's Creed Mirage is actually different from what we have already seen in Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Now, if I have to be honest here with my personal opinions in terms of what I saw with the parkour system, I've got to say there is indeed some kind of a gimmick that Ubisoft has indeed put in order to make the same parkour system that we have seen in Assassin's Creed Valhalla a kind of little bit better. Now, obviously the animations and the movement systems and a lot of things are basically a takeaway and the same assets that were used for Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and this is something that Ubisoft themselves have confirmed in the past. But although it is very similar, it is still not the same. And for example, let's just take this clip from the revealed gameplay where you guys can see Basim just hovering over a bunch of different obstacles in the environment, and Ubisoft just showed off this one particular scenario where everything could just go perfectly all right. But then when it comes to the full entire game, the climbing mechanism, the running, and also the jumping down mechanism, everything pretty much just looks the same as Assassin's Creed Valhalla. And just because there are these different obstacles in which Basim can actually use them in order to perform some of these parkour-like looking animations, it does not exactly mean that the entire game is going to have a very fluid parkour system. And to be honest here, up to some extent, I actually do agree with this suggestion, because obviously all of these locations and the environment is scripted by Ubisoft just because they wanted to show off how the basic combat and parkour system works in this game. But however, it seems like the animations for Basim have slightly just been altered from Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Now, if you compare the running mechanism of Basim, you can obviously say that Basim is much faster in terms of running, and even climbing and jumping and all that stuff. Basim is clearly faster, and apparently I did go on and read some of the lores from Basim's story, and it seems like Basim is one of the most fastest assassin that is alive till now. And that's probably one of the reasons why we have one of these teleportation ability in the games. And if I have to be honest with this concept of enemies not being able to track Basim, and that's probably why we have this teleportation glitchy thing that's going on in the enemies, which is giving us this supernatural effect. I honestly think that it was just something that Ubisoft felt like they don't want to put in a lot of work. They were just super lazy, and that's probably why they just gave us a teleportation thing. If they really wanted to make this like a glitch effect, then they could have made Basim just run super fast and do his stuff, and while the animation plays, we kind of have some kind of a glitchy effects that just comes up on the screen. They could have done something like that if they want to just stick with the lore, but then completely teleporting off from one character to another who is nowhere close to each other, and that's just not my cup of a tea. And I'm just going to avoid this teleportation ability in the game if I possibly can, and if the game doesn't force me to use it, that's exactly what I'm going to do here. But returning back to the topic of parkour system and how everything is basically a gimmick. Now, obviously Ubisoft would structure out the entire environment, which they want to be recording Basim performing some of the parkour system that just makes us feel that yes, it is indeed something that's different from Assassin's Creed Valhalla, because the way that they represented Valhalla was not based on a parkour system. They wanted to show us off with a Viking game where we could basically raid and show off more combat ethics, and that's basically what Ubisoft focused on with Assassin's Creed Valhalla. But when it comes to Assassin's Creed Mirage, they want to show off a completely different picture here, and that's the reason why we actually got a gameplay where Basim is just hovering over to all these different obstacles, which seems like he's performing parkour that is different from Assassin's Creed Valhalla, but in reality it's not much different. Now, obviously there are some additional animations that is added into the game, but at the same time, the only difference that you can basically find out here is that due to the environment, it seems like Basim is performing better parkour, but in real, it's not exactly Basim performing better parkour. It's just the environment that is just allowing the character to perform such kind of animations. And obviously Ubisoft has indeed added in a new ability in the game where you could just hover over from one building to another using a wooden plank. So that's something I have never seen before in any Assassin's Creed or any game before, I guess. So that's completely new, and we have a whole new set of animations, and we also have a new animation which Ubisoft has stated that we have something really cool with the ledge thingy that Basim would be doing, where he would just hover over from one ledge to another. So that's something we never got to see in the gameplay, and Ubisoft said that they want to keep all of those animations as a secret so that players would have some kind of a surprise when they play the game in the final stand. So apart from this, the only difference that we exactly see in the parkour system here is that Basim runs much faster, and the character is so much faster than Valhalla or even Origins or even Unity. Whatever the Assassin's Creed games that we have played before, it seems like Basim is going to be the fastest assassin that ever exists till now. And due to that one reason alone, all the parkour system is going to look much more fluid, much more faster, and it's going to look much more better from Assassin's Creed Valhalla. But in reality, it's still the same engine, it's still the same mechanics, it's still the same animations, and everything is pretty much the same except the speed as well as the environment that allows you to do all of these parkour things. So I really wanted to go ahead and share my feedbacks on what I personally think, because there are a lot of people in the community saying that, well, it's the exact same as Valhalla, but I don't think it's exactly the same as Valhalla. Obviously, it's going to be similar, but they have done some very massive changes, and these changes are obviously going to be affecting your play style and how the character moves around the city. So just the environmental changes is going to make the gameplay much smoother and much more efficient in terms of just performing all the parkours around Baghdad. So let me know down below in the comments, what do you guys think of how Ubisoft has pretty much just gimmicked the parkour system in Assassin's Creed Mirage? And first of all, are you guys satisfied or not? I am so happy that we finally got an environment where we can perform parkour and also have a proper lore that is related to assassins and the hidden ones and the Templars. So I'm super excited and just cannot wait to get my hands on the game already. So let me know down below in the comments, what are your thoughts, your opinions about this whole scenario? I would love to know your opinions, read the comments, reply to you guys and all that stuff. And if you guys would like to support me, drop a big fat like on this video. It would really mean a lot to me. It would help support my channel, the videos, as well as the content that I upload for you guys every single day. So if you guys could just go on and show your support, that would really mean a lot to me. And before I end this video, I just wanted to go ahead and show you guys this absolute masterpiece of a collection that I've just got for Naruto, and I've got some Goku figurines and all that stuff. So I'm just going to be revamping this entire setup. I will be posting you guys regarding how the setup is going to be changing over time in the coming weeks as well as months and all that stuff. All the progress will be shared on my Instagram, so you guys can just go on and follow me right here. So you guys can go ahead, follow me there on all of my social media platforms. I keep you guys updated with all the latest news, updates, as well as my personal life and all the gaming stuff that I share related to my setups and all that stuff. So if that is something you guys are interested in, make sure to go ahead and drop a follow. So yeah, with that being said, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the day, and I'll see you guys on tomorrow's video. Until then, take it easy, fams, and goodbye.